of Africa. Mbolo. Hi, this is Queen Ngningone II. Today, I would like to continue my teachings. Now, we have covered our history. We uncover what really happened, and then we uncover the how, and we uncover the why. So now, let's move forward to the next phase. Our next phase is reclaiming our thrones. What does it mean? We have to go back to who we are, the Royals of Afrika, the descendant of the royal lineage of priesthood of God. This is who we are. And for those who don't know, our role, our job, our mission bestowed upon us by the Creator, the God of our ancestors, Tata Nzambe, is to express His royalty on earth. All right? So today we will embark on the reclaiming our thrones and how. We already know why. Now we will embark on how. But before I go any further, I would like to address some emails I received. We have sons and daughters in the Caribbean who contacted me and asked if my work only involved those in America. Well, no, my dear, no. My work involved the entire African diaspora. Wherever they have you, I want to know. All right? So the fact that I'm based in the U.S. and I started with our children here in the U.S. for many reasons. Because in the group, among the group of our kidnapped children, they are the one who had it the worst. I mean, everything was taken from them. Meanwhile, in the islands, you guys preserve quite, a few key things which, helps in reconnecting with you, is easier. So I started here in the U.S. because they're the one who had it the worst. I mean, they landed in the hands of the worst savages of them. So, but nevertheless, I'm sending you my greetings, my royal greetings, and my royal blessings to our children in Jamaica, in Trinidad and Tobago, in Barbados, in Bahamas, in St. Lucia, in Suriname, in Guyana, to all of you. Mbolo, all right? And I'm not forgetting our children kidnapped by France. Okay, notre peuple en Haïti. Haïti, je vous aime beaucoup, vous êtes dans mon cœur. Guadeloupe, Martinique, La Réunion, Guyane française, je crois Saint-Barthélemy, à vous tous, et la diaspora africaine qui se retrouve en France, quelque part en Europe ou même au Canada et même ici aux États-Unis. Bonjour à tous, il faut qu'on se mette au boulot. C'est votre reine, Ngningone II. So now to our children kidnapped by the Spanish crown. Les mando un saludo con mucho cariño a nuestros hijos que se encuentran en los países siguientes. Entonces, nuestra gente de Colombia, el Valle, la área del Valle, la área de Buenaventura, mis negros Congo del litoral pacífico, de Cartagena, de Santa Marta, del Choco y de Barranquilla. Les quiero mucho. Yo voy a empezar a postear videos en español. Me hace falta ayuda todavía porque ando haciendo todo eso sola, pero les quiero mucho. También los de México, los de Veracruz, México. Les tengo aquí en mi corazón, ¿ok? Los de Brasil, Bahía, Sao Paulo, Río de Janeiro, los de Buenos Aires, el distrito de Telmo y de la boca les quiero mucho. Ok, los de Perú, los de Ecuador, los de Honduras, donde los tienen, les quiero mucho. All right? So, let's proceed with our English speakers, Royals. All right, so another thing. So, yeah, they know my work doesn't just involve those here. It's for all of you. I'm just starting, and the outreach, we're working on it. We need more people. So if we have some queens out there who are ready and willing to put in time and effort, drama-free, for us to gather our children, please join me, okay? Go to our website, nubiareturn.com. I would put the link in the description box below. All right? Same thing for our kings, our prince and princesses. Invest time. We need help to make phone calls to whom we need to call and send emails and all that. Okay, my people. Something else, somebody sent an email, and I'm afraid it's not one of our sons. By the name I couldn't tell, but basically he asked me, why do I care? You know, what had happened, and that anyway I will never be queen again, you know, stuff like that, that my people are lost, and whatever, you know. But you know, the fact that the person sent an email, you know, that's why I'm taking the time to even respond. So that, because I appreciate it, I'd rather someone look up how to contact us and send an email than go savage on me and start, you know, sending that venom through my post. So to the person who sent the email, his name is Richard. Why do I care? You know, when you come to learn your real history, you come to find out who you truly are. In my case, I'm a crown royal, meaning the crown is in my family. So it means that we are the custodian of that covenant with God. So we are mandated by him. And no, that's not what he said, that my people are lost. You know, the God of our ancestors, Tata Nzambe, he made the promise to our people that that which is stolen will be returned. It means our children. That which is lost will be found. It also means our children. Okay? And that which is destroyed will be rebuilt. It means our homeland. So that's what I go by, and my people are very important to me. When I became queen and went through the initiation process, where everything is shown to you, like played on the big movie screen, I saw my ancestors fighting and losing their lives for them. So if you ask me, that would make any crown royal, that will humble any crown royal quickly, because it makes you realize very quick who the bosses are. And our bosses are our people, because they constitute our crown. So my ancestors went against guns, knowing they will lose that fight because of them. So I became orphan because of them, because my ancestors had to protect them. So, and these are real stories. These are no make-believe, so and so die for you. You don't know them. They're blonde and blue eyes, but they tell you they die for them. This is real life. My blood is in America. and Brazil. And we know that for sure. So yes, you guys will see us around. It's funny how some of y'all thought that none of us will ever show face after taking so much from us. I think that's all I would say about that. So now let's jump into our topic. So my beautiful royals of Africa. So today we will cover how can we reclaim our thrones, all right? So when you royal, like I explained before, you have to have that heart. You have to maintain pure intentions at all time and in everything is number one. Number two, you have to cultivate unity, right? Because our crowns of unity. We are strong, we are prosperous, we are invincible. As long as we remain united, we can build jokers like pyramid. Unity made that happen, okay? So we have to go back to that. But now, as you know, many of us are traumatized, whether on the continent or in the diaspora, all right? On the continent, some of our siblings, by us just deciding to come and live abroad, each time you show up home, they check you. They let you know you're no longer welcome because you chose to go live abroad. I remember me, when I go home, some of my siblings be like, oh, American wife, where did you come? Why are you here? I'm like, I'm from here. So imagine those of our children. I told you folks, we have savages everywhere. Don't worry about that. So imagine those of our children who were born in the diaspora. So them, forget it. But we won't let such things stop us. As you know, we are the ambassador of the Almighty, the Most High God, Tatanzambeyo. You know, so we rise above all that, because once we get it right, everybody will want to be us. I can guarantee you that, okay? So we have to talk about cultivating unity. Basically, especially when you leave, like we are here abroad, you know, away from our homeland, away from everything. The only thing we have is each other. Like, for example, us African, when we migrate here and stuff, we see among the other African communities, when, you know, one of us is in distress or whatever we're going through, if we're going through any kind of, if we're facing a challenge collectively, we know who to count on. We know we can count on our Nigerian brothers to bust any door, to knock anybody out, and to get us out of there. If it's papers that we need to push, we have our Kenyan brothers. Kenyans, they will push some papers. I mean, they write an English that is very close to the enslaver himself. So they know how to argue. They know well how to argue with them. So we'll put them in front and so on. So that's the kind of mentality we here as a collective, you know, the children of Africa in America need to develop. We need to kill the competition. Each one of us has his or her life purpose. You know, you can never be somebody else's. You can never walk in somebody else's shoe. What we need to put in our head is that our destiny, you know, is predetermined. You know, you just have to make sure you walk in your purpose. Number one, you have to find what is your purpose in life. And number two, align to it. Let yourself guide it, do the research, do the studying you need to do, and so on. But don't look left or right. You know, our Father, the Creator, He says it's a sin to want that which somebody else has. This is where jealousy and envy start coming. We are all beautiful in our own way. you know. Stop judging each other on the appearance. I know our children here were divided by the skin tone. So I want us to start reprogramming our mind when it comes to stuff like that. Not to look at each other, okay, I like them because they're light skin, or I like them because they're ebony, or they're macando brown. Nobody is food. Stop it, oh, chocolate this, vanilla, We are not food. Okay, this is how they refer to us, stuff like that. We need to stop. And for those of us here who hate on our ebonies, okay, did you know that in Africa, all the principal wives, meaning the first wife, the one who holds the king's secret, they were always that dark ebony woman. Why? Because our kings, to them, the darker, the more powerful, you know. And also another thing they ensure is that that queen is pure, because we will get into it when we talk more about our spirituality and relation to sex, and how sex is an easy way to destroy people. We will get into that topic. You know, they tell you that during the sexual act and stuff, for the woman, whomever enter her chamber meets with her ancestors, right? That's why our fathers don't want our brothers to marry white women, because they don't want to go and meet her fathers. Another thing our people say is like, whomever sleep with a man's woman or daughter is under that man's power. That's another thing. You see some of our daughters running around with their white husband or whatever. Our fathers don't care. They marry off a daughter because they know, number one, the child she will have will be raised as a black child, African, Negro, Congo, Bantu. They know it for sure. So they don't have to worry about that, right? And they also know that the female tend to be more loyal to the pack, to the clan. So they don't worry about that. And also spiritually, this is how we draw them. We have the ability, we have the possibility to draw them. Those of us who are married to white, instead of just warming their bed, you need to start getting in their ear. Marriage is something of spirits. Spirits agreeing to fusion into one and make one family. So when they just take you away and go and put you up somewhere and you never look back, you're just being another slave. Let me just tell you straight up. We will get into that. So you see, so basically, you have to find your purpose in life and focus on it, and, develop a relationship with Tatanzambe, our creator. All right? So no jealousy, no nothing like that. Another thing I want you guys to know is you have to love your own. It's easy to say, but how do you show that you love your own? Let's set the precedent. Each time we bump into each other, when we come across each other, make it a habit to eye contact, acknowledge the royal in him, and him or her acknowledge the royal in you. Let it become a habit. Let people around think that all of us know each other by that simple gesture. I see you. Hey, my brother. Hello, how are you? Hey, my sister, I see you. So, when you develop such a culture of just being friendly and kindly, it creates, frequency of peace around us. And it tells the other side, our people in the other side, that we are at peace with each other. So they open more doors for us, so they bless us because we are more in harmony. Sometimes, you go to the store or wherever, you see sisters, you want to eye contact, they look like they're so mad, like they're about to curse you out. No, sisters and brothers, don't do that. When you see each other, acknowledge each other. Hey, brother, I see you. Hello. Hey, my people, I see you. Hello. So people around going to be like, do they all know each other? It will put a lot of people in check. Okay? Let's start doing that. Another thing, you have to protect your own. What does it mean? It means since we're in the midst of adversity, it's like we live like in a fishbowl with people looking at us, studying our behavior, coming with conclusion and blah, 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 blah. You have to be conscientious of that we're being watched, we're being judged, we are being all this, okay? So we have to be very careful on how, you know, we conduct activities with each other. One thing I noticed about white people is they will always seek the approval of one of us, right? Like, for example, in my neighborhood and stuff, during the Trump time, they used to call the police on my family for whatever reason. My dogs gets out, they call the police. I mean, everywhere. It was at the dog park and stuff. They were trying to take my dog away. But guess what? Until a black girl, yes, I told you that the real royals are our people in the ghetto. Because those who have made they got compromised to a point, a lot of them wish they were white. They confirm themselves in ways they bend over in so many ways that it's ridiculous. Yeah, she led the fight. She even told them where to go to file affidavit and how to legally take my dog away from me. Things we do to one another here, you know? And then I laugh. You know, people like that, you like, these are slaves, frankly. The enemy has conquered them to the core. You know, I don't know if there's possibility of mending because they feel ill about themselves. Take pictures of my dog and post it on the neighborhood. They will police me. So people like that are dangerous when you live in a world where people are like watching you and waiting just for the opportunity for one to make a mistake, you know, for them to, you have to protect your own. And how do you protect your own? Even with people you don't agree with. Never go public about your disagreement with each other. Never do that. And I will tell you why. When you publicly say, I don't like this person, and you know they've been using the divide and conquer for ages, right? So, I don't like this person. Whomever gonna say I don't like that person, guess what? That's a certified weapon already. All they need to figure out is that person's price. And that's what they be discussing among them. Okay, that one can serve as a weapon against that one, either with our son Nipsey Hussle, get a fool to go and kill him, or they send a vicious brother or sister after you to tear down your career, or to come and make false accusation against you. We have to learn to protect our own. I see a lot of you guys out there condemning the Black Lives Matter founder. That daughter of ours, what's her name? Patrice. But what a lot of you are forgetting is that with her energy, with her royal energy, she started a movement that sent shockwave around the world. The entire world knew about Black Lives Matter. The roaring voice of our ancestors from the other side spoke through her. We got popularity, we got all these things, and then when it comes to money, oh, she bought 4 houses. So people started tearing her, forgetting what she has done, and it's wrong. Who told you that our leaders are the ones who should live in poverty? Do you think their leaders live in poverty? The famous wall, there's a scandal about that wall. All the people who gave the money to build the wall, they found out that some guy was living la vida loca with that money. Do you see them going around and condemning the project of the wall? No, they're still pushing for it. Okay? So we need to stop. We have become worse savages than those who have enslaved us. The way we go at each other. We have a leader that just barely comes. Do you know what gives a leader strength to go hard for you? It's the people. If the people send hatred, what do you think that politician gonna do now? We're not talking about royals, because royals, they have a covenant with God. You know, when things get ugly, they still have to be there and stick with their people and fight and die by their side because of that covenant. Now we're talking about politicians. When you guys go out there and tear up our leaders, whose disservice is that? Our own disservice. Because that person's heart can turn quick. Instead of being of service, they will avenge themselves and turn their back and take away, because they say, these people I'm trying to go to war for, they're not worth it. Let me just leave them alone. Many of us have become unruly, right? Because many just rebel for no cause. They just want to tear things up. They just want to bring distrust. They just want to... We can't advance like that. We need to stop it. If you know you follow one of these influencers, all they do is gaslight about other black people, what they do wrong, what they do this. Not because somebody does something wrong that it gives you the right to condemn or judge them, especially publicly. Go to their DM. I have approached a couple through DMs because I heard them talk trash, rubbish against our people. I DM there. I'm like, let me see another post. You causing confusion about us. We have enough wars. I do that. But I will never come in public and say so and so did that. Unless they did really something disgusting. So I want you guys to disconnect from such energy. It's not constructive. It's going to make you want to fight everybody, especially your own people. So let's not do that. Royals are pure. We don't do that murky stuff. Some people eat from bringing others down. But like I told to the white people, like we have entered the age of the Aquarius. So those fighting us, don't worry about them. Our Creator and the ancestor will take care of them. They will fall. They will be destroyed. They will turn into that block of salt or whatever, because they're attached to the wrong things. But us, let's never go public with any beef, because what it does, it will let the other side know who they need to arm against you. When Kamala Harris came, a lot of us started putting their mouth, oh, she's not black, she's not this. I was like, Jesus. Oh, the woman has barely entered. These people are pouring urine on her. What happened? She turned around and took care of her mother's people, who never said against her. Whether she looked like them or whether she didn't look, they just know a woman like her gave birth to her. They honored her. They did this. Look at what they got. Look at what our big mouth has gotten us. We need to stop. Okay?
Hey, Bezingo!